Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, host from Pearl Dane. Off here to a glorious 2v2 on Pachino Farmlands. Yes, indeed, it's a 2v2. In the north, we got the British forces here, the 6th Armoured Division, tasked with clearing up the mess of the American 91st Division from yesterday and reclaim Pachino from the Germans. Now further reinforced here, the 16th Panzer is ready, though obviously is still awaiting an infantry division to take over the whole defensive job duty. So, in the south we got Ausar, and we got Dr.Jekyll fighting here for the 16th Panzer Division, respectively 4th and 5th Panzer Grenadier Companies, versus Rutra and BlueSkidrow fighting here for the British Empire's 6th Armoured Division. 7th and 8th Rifle Companies here being tasked with seizing this particular stretch of land. We got sappers and vicars out here for both British players. We got grenadiers aplenty for Ausar, and we got machine guns here and Fallschirmpionier for Dr. Jekyll here as he brings in assistance from the nearby 1st Fallschirmjäger Division. So, a lot of action here. Fields are going to be quite busy, that's for sure. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued and generous support of the Propagandacast, allowing me to keep making all these videos on a daily basis. A big hearty thanks to all those people. And of course, a big thanks to all those people who keep liking and commenting on the videos. Is certainly also quite helpful in just getting the word out of the Propagandacast to as many people because of the YouTube algorithm. So, biggest moving forwards here up north here, subscribing points. Points being seized as well here, just steady approach here from both sides. Grenadiers moving forwards here. Pioneers machine gun being hauled northwards to assist the Fallschirmpionier here. Typically the Fallschirmpioneers are some of the best units in the Fallschirmjäger division, as they're expected, like, lead the assaults, like, particularly on fortified positions, on top of, like, just regular engineer duties. So, quite tough chaps there. Up north, Vickers, sappers moving in on the northern fuel point there. Dr.Jekyll have to counterattack in the south. Ausar slowing forwards here. MG42 on the FM, sappers flying around here, avoiding the main line of German resistance for now. I'd say that is a pretty smart move there by Rutra. And there you go. Shots, I think, being fired up north here. Yes, MG42, nice position, coming the sappers here by the fuel point, pinning them down. Either Vickers is covering. BlueSkidrow's machine gun cannot reach that far. British forces claiming the centre. Far south here, sappers are busy grabbing in, and grenadiers moving in. And it is over here to Dr. Jekyll with his grenadiers and with 2 Fallschirmpionier Pioneers. Bit of a mix of everything. Ausar counter-tank towards sappers in the south here, bringing his MG42 team. Further up north here, Vickers there being flanked here by Fallschirmpionier Pioneers drawing the fire, and the MG42 covering up the fuel point. He's trying to, but for now, BlueSkidrow sappers this round staying out of line of sight. That's it. With the Vickers here acting as an anchor point here, suddenly BlueSkidrow's position gets a lot more risky here, as you can see that he's actually launching a full-on assault here from all angles. 2 thumbs up to Dr. Jekyll. Very solid push here, and BlueSkidrow will need to withdraw here before he actually suffers a wipe here. In fact, that might actually happen at this rate if he's not careful. Link's been caught here. Fallschirmpionier moving up here. Oh, we got a satchel charge. We really got a satchel charge. Oh, God, he nearly almost got it. He almost had the Vickers there with a satchel charge. That was... And he might still get the wipe here too. Can he get the wipe here on BlueSkidrow? Yes, he gets the wipe. That was a hell of a satchel charge there. British forces meanwhile had exploited him up the centre here from BlueSkidrow. He's there. Doesn't quite make up for the loss. He just... the fact he had a machine gun there to the Germans, but it's something. We got Panzer Grenadiers on the way here for Dr. Jekyll. We got a Panzer Grenadier company as well here for Ausar. So we might see a lot of Panzer Grenadiers in the field here. Sappers moving forwards. Section advancing up here as well in the south. Rutra is getting ready there to tangle with the Germans. He got Recce section there to further scout out German positions and ensure who chaps does not become, cannon fodder. And we got a deep flank here for BlueSkidrow. Very nice coordination in line here. Then Rutra to attack from another angle. Beautiful setup here by BlueSkidrow. Beautiful. 2 thumbs up there. Excellent coordination between him and Rutra here. Ausar caught in a bad spot here. We can see that the Panzer Grenadiers of Dr. Jekyll being hauled up, but it may not be fast enough, and we do get Panzer Grenadier as well here for Ausar. So yeah, really committing those Panzer Grenadier here. In the south, sappers moving up, digging in by the southern fuel point. Grenadiers moving in as well, and catching the sappers there by the southern fuel point. 2 squads there committed to the assault, catching the sappers there in quite the precarious pickle here. And those sappers may in fact end up getting pickled if they're not careful. In the centre there, Fallschirmpionier assisting the Panzer's push on the centre here. We got the Vickers set up here behind a few old carts there with some fresh fruit. Good lord, what's that? I believe it's called fruit. Fruit? That doesn't sound like baked beans now, does it? No, it doesn't, mind you. So, over here to Rutra with triple sections, 1 recce. Vickers and sappers, he's gone for Indian Artillery. In fact, he might be planning a heavy mortar by all appearances. Vickers are being assailed here. BlueSkidrow could end up losing another Vickers into the Germans if he's not careful. In fact, that is his own Vickers now hammering it. In fact, doesn't get the bomb grenade off in time. Small relief for BlueSkidrow, avoids a second Vickers of the Germans. That could have been straight up GG there. Meanwhile, Rutra is pushing for the Stuart light tank here. No heavy mortars. Grenades in the Vickers here in the south. Rutra here is in a desperate fight here versus Ausar for the southern points here. His forces are being slowly pushed back here across the river as German forces are rapidly crossing in here. We've got, though, a Vickers setting up here, ready to halt Ausar from advancing any further, but his northern flank here could be compromised as now we got Dr. Jekyll's Panzer being on the flank here. Quite some hectic action here, and further up north there we got a Humber out here for BlueSkidrow, deploying smoke here against the machine gun. Thumbs up. I'd assume it's the machine gun, yep. Allowing other troops to grab the fuel point back if necessary. Stuart light tank out here. Pioneers dropped. Panzer looming up here, catching the situation in a bit of a bad spot here. Stuart light tank arriving. This match is absolutely hectic here now. Like, there's a brief moment there as people just like doing stuff, but now the match is just absolutely not slowing down for now, at least. Humber there rushing in there. Once end those Panzer Grenadiers. German Vickers there making a mess of things here. Smoke deployed here again. Stuart rushing forward. We got Gurkhas out here for BlueSkidrow. Panzer Grenadier routed. Vickers needs to get out of there before it gets cleared out by the British and reclaimed for the Empire. North side there again. BlueSkidrow hitting the sides there. And once more, I remember I need to enable this. I keep forgetting, and the game just keeps changing it back now. Anyways, pushing forward to the Humber here. South side, we can see there. Ausar claiming and stuff there. It's just not something I typically think about because I mostly play 1v1s myself. The occasional team game I just don't find necessary for myself, but I do know my viewers appreciate, you know, having access to the various team cups more to be able to take things apart here. So I do apologise. Vickers sitting up here by the orphanage. Centre there we got the Gurkhas at the ready with their Bren guns. Further up north here, sappers low on health. They could become a casualty if they're not careful. Over to BlueSkidrow there, who's gone for double Gurkhas. Okay. And with Dr. Jekyll then going for Luftwaffe, meaning Fallschirmjägers, it seems like, almost like he went for them just, you know, to make a point. As the Gurkhas were a terrifying foe there of the Fallschirmjägers on Monte Cassino. So, Gurkhas moving in there. 6-pounder gun flying up for BlueSkidrow. Gurkhas moving forward. See, I'm guessing more Bren guns, though. I will point out the Thompsons are pretty good at them as well there, if you're a bit more aggressive. LG-40 here ready, though. Humber racing in there. LG-40 sitting up there, firing away. Good shot then, the Humber. Slicing right through the armor. One more shot could knock it out here, but no, the Humber is able to escape the range here, and we got more units dropping in there. Looks to be a fighting squad here as Dr. Jekyll pushes men forwards here towards BlueSkidrow's forces. The Gurkhas are holding the road for now as the rest are falling back here. Second Gurkha section moving up. Fallschirmjägers dropping down there in the midst of it, in the heat of it. LG-40 being held up here. Quite agile anti-tank gun. There goes smoke deployed here. Good use of smoke, by the way, on that Humber there by BlueSkidrow. Most players tend not to make use of it that much, but BlueSkidrow's got some pretty good handling of it here. Fallschirmjägers, though, being ripped apart by the Gurkhas, and Air Force withdraw. In this case, the smoke does prove to be also of aid here to Dr. Jekyll. His Vickers ripping in, and we got a strafing run. The Luftwaffe already busy here. The Gurkhas bunched up are easy pickings here for the Sturzkampfbomber. LG-40 there moving forwards. In the south, Ausar's being pushed back. Looks like he's brought in a Stug here. The LG-40 holding forwards. They're usually primarily used by the Fallschirmjäger divisions, though would also up now the units if they couldn't get other anti-tank guns. And I believe the Gebirgsjägers, they were fairly light. There was also a larger version as the, I believe, LG-42, which had a 10.5cm gun. Sturmgeschütz 3 aus 5G here, pushing southwards for the 16th Panzer Division, backed up by mixed grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiere. We got 2 squads on for Ausar. We got veterans well on the way there with the officers' quarters, thumbs up. And we got Dr. Jekyll, who actually went for the Panzer Grenadier Company, rushing straight for the Panzer Company as well there. Meaning he basically went for that for single Panzer Grenadier squad, which, while I like Panzer Grenadiers, Seems a bit wasteful, maybe. But making good use of the roads here. Screening off any potential LG-40s there. And then drives right in front of it. Good shot there from the LG-40 at least. Humber quickly forced to vacate the premise in the southeast. The Stug drives ahead here. German infantry trying to keep pace here with the rapidly advancing assault gun as it spots the Vickers here. So need quite a lot of action across like the entire length of the map here so far. It's only quite the task to keep pace with it. And so to the Val here. 2 grenadiers, 2 panzer guns, 1 machine gun here, and the Sturmgeschütz and some Pionier. He has also gone for Mechanized here with Raid Package and the Ausar.T.V. Likely then planning to move straight in for the Panther. Now the straight from Dr. Jekyll on BlueSkidrow force there. Stug pushing ahead, but we've got 6-pounder guns lined up here, I believe, soon on the hill. 6-pounder gun. Oh, Stug landing good hit on the Stuart there. We got the 6-pounder gun lining up here. Straight for the Stug's armor. And we got the Haymold out here for Rutra as well. But the southern half here of Pachino has been secured here by German forces, and they could quickly set about digging in there with machine guns and mines. North here, Gurkhas launching an assault here, and Dr. Jekyll just lacks any heavy machine guns to really hold these elite infantry here and hold them in check. Got smokes being deployed as well here, making it harder for the machine attack to hold them. Very good setup there by BlueSkidrow, but no. 1 squadron post, but we got another smoke grenade here. Sending being grabbed by British forces under Rutra in the west. Ausar out here for Ausar. Panzer's pushing forwards here, passing right past the orphanage. Vickers there being forced back by the Ausar Grenadiers in the line of fire of a lot of angry Brits. Set up here by the hill. We got another strafing run up north here. We can see that BlueSkidrow finally forced all the way here, allowing the orchard to fall into the control here of Dr. Jekyll. Stug moving in here, gets a good shot on the Stuart light tank. They need to abandon the orphanage before they get wiped out. There we go. Wrong door, unfortunately, here. That's a wipe there. I should have retreated them soon anyways. Panzer moving forwards again, probably in part to try and relieve the Grenadiers here. Sturmgeschütz holding a bit back here. Arcart forced back. Panzer's getting snapped out here by the Stuart light tank. And we got that hay mortar causing quite a bit of grief, humping forwards. And we got Gurkhas section number 3 here for BlueSkidrow. That's a lot of Gurkhas. Besides that one fight squad. Oh, he actually went for 2 Panzer Grenadier squads. Alright, so that's more than 1. I'd also transfer that some of his Grenadiers, seeing as he has got none left. He's going straight for the Panther for them. Meanwhile, Ausar keeps up the assault, but with just the Stug and the Outguard, it feels a bit risky, lacking any further infantry. We also got the Humber here fighting the flank. They're very good. Center German troops moving forward here. And we got the Panther out here for Dr. Jekyll. Humber moving forward, Stug, Outguard flying back. Panther being forced away there from Northnich as well here. And we got a massive column here of British forces, and all trailed by an ambulance here as the British come piling forth here. Dr. Jekyll needs to move to assist his teammate Schnell. Meanwhile, the Stuart here has marked the Stug, increasing damage penetration, and the Stuart acts as a chance to knock out the Stug with how little health is left here. And he gets the Stug. A stinging blow here to Ausar. A stinging blow. Panzers are converging from Dr. Jekyll and Ausar. Gurkhas are being pushed back. All 3 sections are equipped with Bren guns. Panther 4 arriving as well now for Dr. Jekyll. Pushing forwards here. Humber, though, providing a good base of fire there from the advancing for the Gurkhas. There we go. Others coming under fire from the Fallschirmjägers, the Grenadiers here. Panther 4 trying to provide fire support, but is clearly concerned about anti-tank guns, which you know are supporting this vast formation of British infantry there. We got the Panther taking a nice hit from the Panther 4 here. 6-pounder gun and the Panther 4 shot through the side armor. Up north here, Fallschirmjäger withdrawing, having at least rendered that fuel pump briefly neutral. Panther 4 need repairs. In the south here, troops are getting suppressed. Then we got what looks to be an artillery strike here from the British against the Germans. And up north we have the LG-40 and a Vickers here. It's a very lightly defended outpost there. We got infantry service here, and there's a prize there from Dr. Jekyll. Smoke deployed, Panzer pushing through the smoke here, boldly. And the south here, Sapper sneaking past here. The German outpost in the south. Grenadiers are flanking up here, quick past the Vickers. Gurkhas, of course, remain a strong force. And we've got a Niederwaffe out here for Ausar. Now bombarding these southern British positions, forcing Rutra and BlueSkidrow here to fall back. In fact, it's over to Rutra again, who has not gone for any Gurkhas, despite having gone for Indian artillery. Up north here, Vickers in a bad spot here. Sappers bringing fruit backed up by a Vickers. But there goes Sappers. Thought they had it. Instead, all they had is a face full of 30 ammunition here as the Vickers proceeds to do very uncomfortable things to them. Panther 4 with Falcon support rushing northwards. South side, Ausar collapses ultimately though. Lack of the Stuke here, make it hard for breakthrough. Plus, of course, losing the Artillery did not do many favours either. Centrewards, Panzer's being forced here for Dr.Jekyll. Up north here, Panther 4 with Falcon support there. Does force off here. BlueSkidrow, and that's a second Vickers wiped out. That could be a total of 3 machine guns here. Meanwhile, massive Gurkha horde there breaking into the center here. Lacking any machine guns there. Any armor, it's going to be tough to deal with. Bomb grenades could maybe work out there. Go Gebaldeladung into the path here. But didn't do enough here. Gurkhas rapidly dodged it. Gonna eat the Panther 4 here. Schnell. South side, British forces make steady progress. Heavy mortar fire here is going to make it difficult for Dr. Jekyll. Never mind all the grenades here to maintain the defense. Now Ausar's pouring in. Fresh reinforcements here towards the center. Panther 4 arriving. Fighting remains intense here. And we got Crusader tanks up for Rutra, having gone straight ahead for the company command post. But its Crusader is definitely met with a fierce and harsh German greeting. Humbert Aislo Valley racing in there. Panther 4 falling back, repositioning a bit here. And we got a deep flank here, but halted narrowly. There's just so much going on here. Nuclear fire again around the center. Buildings are starting to collapse here. We got more saps on the way for Rutra. And down here, Panzer Grenadiers are busy grabbing up territory. We got more forces being prepared here. No some additional panzers yet here for Dr. Jekyll, and not much here either from Ausar. Oh, he's going for the Panzer Company now. I was expecting to go for a Panther, but Panther 4s will honestly work for him as well. So about the hiccups. Panzer 4 setting forwards here. Good shooting here. Humber ripping into the Falchion Pioniere, and we're over here to BlueSkidrow with this triple Gurkhas. And he's also going for a Crusader tank, by the way. So that's 2 Crusaders out now, but there's 2 Panther 4s blocking their way. Okay. 6 Panzer gun being hauled forward. We've got multiple anti-tanks out there for the British. And heavy mortar fire on the church here. Panzer gun these Fox moving up. We got the early fortified support as well here. Could get a bit hairy there for the British if they were to push it regularly with the tanks now. And the south, though, I think the British have quickly figured out that the southern flank is quite nude. So they're going to push forwards here. A little barren of any German presence here. Needle of fire here, trying to take out the heavy mortar. Direct sort of hit down the ambulance and on the heavy mortar. Up north here, Panther 4's advancing. Gurkhas falling back. Saps advancing into the Panther 4's line of fire. 6 Panzer gun crew decrewed here by German assault infantry there. BlueSkidrow is definitely a bit of a hot water here. Definitely a bit of a danger spot, in fact. I mean, if he were to push further ahead, he could deliver some quite crucial damage here to the British Dr. Jekyll. In fact, we even got Panzer 40 move forward here for Ausar. Could destroy here a lot of equipment. But no, Dr. Jekyll here is not quite keen to push forwards here, and Ausar also fall back here. Could have been a missed opportunity to deliver some significant damage here to BlueSkidrow. Even on the south here, Rutra is not slowing down here, and up north the pack gets wiped, but the Crusader gets flanked here by the 2 Panzer gun. Excellent flank here. Gonna need some support here from Ausar, or from Dr. Jekyll to support Ausar and keep pack 40 back. Well, that's too late now. It got destroyed, and they didn't destroy the anti-tank in return either. MD4 moving up 40. Actually, not MD42, that's the Vickers. Dr. Jekyll now moving forwards again, but lacking any armor support here. It is a lot more risky for all of his elite infantry than advanced infantry. And that's going to be pushed back here. Quite nasty. Ended up being a waste of manpower there, to be honest. Panther 4's being fixed up. I'll temporarily, I think, push further north here from Dr. Jekyll. And he's got a 3rd Panther 4 ready. That is a lot of panzers. Meanwhile, for Ausar, he's got the Panzer Company up, but nothing really is coming out of it. And what is this? We got the BL 5.5-inch howitzer. Oh boy. Over to Ausar, though, who's got 2 Panzer grenadiers now. 1 grenadier's got neither machine gun and nothing else. He's clearly holding out for a Panther. And now we got the same howitzer out of Rutra. Good golly. Crusaders, they're converging in the center here. Pachino center here is getting quite heated up there. Crusaders being forced to get a Panther flanking here. The Crusaders and the Gurkhas could cause a bit of damage here to BlueSkidrow. Shots though missing. Bun grenades being charged into the midst of the Gurkhas. What the battle here, and we got a Panther out for Ausar. In the 16th Panzer Division, Panther was unfortunately getting hammered by the Crusaders here. Almost wiping up one of the Gurkha sections, but no, looks like they get out. We got more Crusaders arriving here. More armor here, as this is turning into a rather fierce affair here. Gurkhas ground the center. South side is seeing no real action now. It seems like it's been practically abandoned to the British for the time being. You could sort of say the same about the north, but the Germans just didn't explode and actually pushed further closer to the British base, for example. Neither fire Panther opening up here. Direct hit on the British 6-pounder gun there. Neither for landing hit on the Crusade as well. They're up north. Panzers and need repairs. Punching Pioneer very busy. Panzer forced to withdraw here. We got airburst shells. And other howitzer shells. And I think, yeah, we got the 5.5-inch howitzer joining in the fun as well here. Having spotted Panther, the Panther was being repaired. He's immediately opening up on it. Even got the Vickers there wiped. Quite nasty stuff here. Oh dear, Pioneers wiped. Fudging Pioneer somehow survives that, but the Panther Force heavily took quite a bit of damage there. Quite the explosive loss there. Fight is only heating up. Panther pushing forwards. Backed up here by Dr.Jekyll's infantry. Ausar advances for the fatherland. Yeah, 2 howitzers like that definitely is going to, I think, force the Germans to get a bit more creative and aggressive. Because otherwise, there's definitely a chance these howitzers will do some noticeable damage. Panther there, being forced back. We got again the triple Gurkhas here. And it's over to Dr. Jekyll's infantry, meanwhile being multi in the center. Neither of the barrels here, mortally fire here. And there go Gurkhas, forced to withdraw here. As they get lit on fire in the far south, the Ausar sneak up here, being caught a bit by the British forces there, defending the southern victory point here. We got still a massive victory point here for the Germans, so the British at 455 is 245, but that's about it. LD-40 seems kind of forgotten here. We got sappers lining up for a potential push. British Bren gunners are moving up here, looking to claim the center victory point. South section, Vickers moving up there.
Enemy forces have claimed our
Back at Ausar's base, not much else happening here. As for Dr. Jekyll, he could theoretically go for another Panther, although he has at least gone for the officer quarters. Thumbs up to that, by the way. Definitely, I think, a very good upgrade to have. He may want to consider some more troops, like some more function makers, or honestly some Starstorm now that he's got the officer quarters. He could do him a lot of good. We'll see, get battle out in here. But we still got that British heavy mortar at it. We got a lot of trucks out there for the British, and we got a 17-pounder gun in the field. In fact, we got 2 17-pounder guns in the field here, making it much tougher for the Germans just to push in there with their tanks. Up north here, sappers pinned down, trying to dig in. More sappers flanking. We got the Crusaders coming up as well here. Dr. Jekyll needs to counterattack his Panther being fixed up. In the south, we got a second Panther out, pushing southwards towards the point here, looking to claim the southern half. I think that's definitely very good there. Vickers there being pushed back as the Crusaders cleared out there. Panzers advancing. Gurkhas, though, of course, advancing as one here. Panther Force diving in. Crusaders, though, are swift enough to avoid the fire of the Panther Force here, and the Gurkhas are rapidly advancing. Third Panther Force arriving as well to the scene here. More Crusaders hold up. You might even see the 17-pounder guns being brought in line there. Oh, never mind, does need to. And there you go, 17-pounder gun that slices through the Panzer Force armor. Oh dear. Crusaders looking to further take advantage of the chaos now erupting in the northern side as the British launch an assault across the road here. But they might as well have been chickens as they got pushed back here by the Panzers. Panthers moving towards the centre now. In the south, the German advance finally happening again here. 17-pounder gun at the rate to move up. Other one repositioned towards the centre here. Gurkhas advancing to line of fire the Panthers. And it's over here to Rutra.
The enemy is pushing hard. They're down to 250 points. They're losing a
Match continues to be quite something up to the south here. Ausar continue to make slow progress. Gurkhas force off the centre. We've got 240 versus 425. Howitzer still at it, by the way.
receive training immediately.
And we got a 4th Panther party for Dr.Jekyll. More Howitzer finds the orchard. Someone's definitely going to see that long-term investment gone. South here, British Bren gunners moving forwards here, looking to claim the southern vector point away from the Reich. And we got the Nebelwerfers at the ready. Panther setting out.
Their training,
Troops out at the red. We've got 229 to 425. Panthers advancing it, catching the Stuart light tank, but the Stuart dodges every shot as the Panthers just can't hit them. 6-pounder gun, Crusader rushing in. So we've got the 17-pounder gun further threatening the Panthers. And there you go. Great shot there. Need very far they're being used to try and deal with the 17-pounder gun, but just isn't working out. And we got tank crew training here for Rutra. 2 thumbs up. Excellent upgrade. And what is this? We actually got an anti-aircraft truck out from Rutra here. They're fast and equipped with the... Is it the Polston? I think it's the Polston gun. Or is this the Earlycon? I can't remember. Meanwhile, we got a big push here by the Panthers up north here. Looking to flank about, but there's 17-pounder guns to the risk. He's trying to take out this howitzers here. But there you go, contact. Now we've got the Luftwaffe going in. No, we got the Luftwaffe. No rapid fire here, though, from the Panther force. Precious has been caught here. Anti-aircraft truck's going to get busy now. If we can actually fire, Panther force being pushed back here. 17-pounder gun thing on the flank here, definitely forcing a retreat there. Withdrawal anyways, you could also do it better. Harder. Flying away there. Getting some damage in. Going for another pass here. Try and keep track of the Stukas here. It's a bit too close, it kind of has to like circle around there. Almost veteran to one there. Actually, it looks like it might have shot down one in the aircraft looking in the minimap. Anyway, south here, Panthers falling back here. Ausar's forced to withdraw the south side here, now lacks the force to hold it, and the British are quick to follow up here. In the center, Panther force marching in. They're one to pull back for repairs here. It looks like the truck he actually took out one of them, which is kind of impressive. South side here, British assault continues, and Ausar's lines continue to further crumble here. Lacking any significant firepower to hold the lines here. Over to BlueSkidrow. Who's got Trouble Crusaders, amongst other things, and of course still a lot of Gurkhas. Panther force hunting out here amidst the houses. It's German infantry hauled towards the centre here. Ausar, though, not keen on allowing the British hold the southern victor for too long. Pushes forward here. Panther taking a nasty hit from the 6-pounder gun. Assault is once more underway here in the centre. A fierce battle erupts as well. Here's the Gurkhas advancing, but the Panther force here hit from the 17-pounder governing up here. Trying to shoot through the houses does not work, because this isn't Code 2. That's just ruining the interior. Other 17-pounder being hauled back here. Panther form is fixed up. There's just so much artillery fire going on in the background. Honestly, houses keep blasting away there. In the south here, the German assault is slowly still underway here, forcing back Rutra. In the center, BlueSkidrow's assault is also thwarted. Multiple of actually 2 Panther force here, and now we got the Crusader tank in the flank, and the Panther gun LG-40, the third running fire support here. And we got massive barrage here, and there you go, the 17-pounder gun gets a shot through as it passes past the buildings. Knocking out a Panther 4 there, and the buildings are slowly being reduced to rubble here. Alongside most of the center. We got 180 versus 117. Pioneers take a nasty hit there.
Our munitions point is being overrun.
And it is over to Ausar again. He's actually got the single artillery barrage ready. He actually used it somewhere. I'm just not entirely sure where. Very powerful ability though when used correctly. It isn't that difficult. You just need to like have a lot of targets. That's basically how you use it correctly. Crusaders are going for the isolated Panther D40. They're opening up here as well. Centre being claimed by the British as BlueSkidrow was rapidly advancing here. Southeast Panther slowly advancing. 30 seconds before we can pop another Soong artillery barrage there. Up north, BlueSkidrow falling back here. At least with his tanks, but his Gurkhas are ready to advance instead. And he's down in just 2 Panther 4s now. Nebula fire here. Ambulance being pushed back here. Panthers at the ready. No Starstorm out of either Wehrmacht play at the moment. Do feel like a few would be nice, maybe. Well, of course, haven't seen what he's planned next here. Could be the Starstorm Assault Package. Of course, also be going for Vespa, I suppose. Panther engaging. We got more explosions, more smoke, more destruction. Vickers abandoned by seemingly forgotten. In the south here, oh, the Panzer almost got wiped there in a single brutal volley. As once more, BlueSkidrow and Rutra launching a combined assault here against Ausar. And we got a signal to the barrage off somewhere alongside airstrike here. Oh. And it's on the 17-pounder gun nearby ambulance. Got the ambulance. Panther forms knocked out. Crusader hitting through there. And there goes 17-pounder gun being destroyed in a torrential rain of high explosives. Panther 4 down and knocked up at the Crusader swarm. Meanwhile, Luftwaffe moving in here, doing a fair amount of damage, but nothing crucial. In the south here, Panthers are being forced back here, trying to win one to assist his teammate here, though it is a bit too late. And we got artillery now called in here.
The enemy has engaged our allies HQ.
Another strafing run here, catching some units. And we got that truck still at it. And one actually gets shot down, crashing into the rocks. Oh dear. More artillery fire here. And a Sturmpanzer out for Ausar now in an interesting choice here to try and break through in the south. Panther push back here, withdrawing through the river here. Meanwhile, other Panther moving in, engaging the Crusader. Match continues to be really active, by the way.
Self-propelled artillery evading deployment.
Over to Dr.Jekyll. We did see the best player being selected. Now Dr.Jekyll takes up for like fairly heavy losses, and he's actually gone for the... Yeah, he's got the Stuka Loiter for some reason. I thought he'd gone for something else there briefly. I don't know why, but it did. Could of course also gone for the fragmentation bomb. Another 17-pounder gunner here for BlueSkidrow. Archer's still at it. More artillery raining down death here. Rutra quick to exploit the openings in the south again here versus Ausar. Still no sign of Starstorm from either German player.
Capture point is under attack.
No additional Panzer force yet out of Dr.Jekyll either. His Panzer in the center being crushed by British artillery fire. Crusaders being fixed up here. Germans still have a good victory point lead over the British, but in other respects they're definitely starting to struggle. Quite a bit there, actually.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Still like no attempt to like grab the points up north or like even trying for like a deep flank around here. In fact, I just noticed the British have got several munitions caches here, which the Germans haven't done anything about either. Probably because they haven't discovered in the first place. But anyway, Sturmpanzer there. Getting hammered is trying to break through the British centre here. Panther will attack northern flank here. Crusaders being caught in a bit of a bad spot here. Pachino joining in here. Another German offensive here, trying to break the back of the British 6th Armoured Division. But it is not looking great here. The Sturmpanzer takes an almost near direct hit from the Howards here, being pushed back. More nuclear fire here. Crusader cooked up here. Panther will getting knocked out, and down it goes. Panther joining in support. Pachino advancing here. Could see another Crusader down, and down it goes. But we got this 17-pounder gun here from BlueSkidrow, forcing the German Panzers to withdraw or, well, explode. Really, there's not really much of an alternative there, I think. Pachino is trying to advance in the center instead of met with Crusader fire and Gurkhas and are rapidly decimated. South side again, you know, held firmly by the British. Nebelwerfer sort of there for Ausar, and it is over to Rutra once more.
This isn't good. The enemy have the upper hand.
So we got still the anti-aircraft truck. Now Vichy 2 is like at least shot down one aircraft, if not multiple. And there's the Crusader, there's the Stuart, there's the 17-pounder gun, and a mix of British infantry, and then of course 6-pounder guns as well there. Rutra and BlueSkidrow, they're pushing northwards. Panzer's advancing in the centre. 106 was 377. Direct hit here. Further up north here, Crusader breaking through the Grenadiers in the south. Or further south, that we got Machine Gun in trouble with the Crusader, and of course Recce section. Need to be bringing up some armour here. Sturmpanzer again advancing here. Close to Sections 1 in the south. Ausar's finally once more committing some troops here. Meanwhile, Rutra is digging in there, fortifying the south against any German blitzkrieg maneuvers. Oh dear, the Hound's hit its own! Friendly fire! And now we got the Nebelwerfer there raining down further death here. Even as the Hounds is slamming down to the church. Up north here, Panzer's advancing against the northern British positions. Vegas about to recruit once more German troops. And in the south here, finally pushing forward, halting here. Rutra's attempt to dig in tank traps here by the southern point. These are particularly known as Czech hedgehogs. At least one name of them. These things typically had like multiple nicknames. Sampers wiped out, good kill.
Dead. We're losing a victory point.
Stuart moving in, 6-pounder gun in support here. Up north here, the orchard is largely gone here. The saps are being pushed back. We got airburst shells being employed. Gurkhas remain as always a massive threat here to like any infantry support weapons in the German command structure. In the south here, Panthers moving forwards, only get flanked by the 6-pounder gun.
We're losing a munitions point to enemy action.
Panthers being caught by the Crusaders. And forced withdrawal by the Crusaders. 106 versus 320. The Germans are starting to lose victory points here to the British. Though there's still quite a bit of while to go there. Crusader caught by the Panther and his high velocity sent from the gun here. Good, because they're moving in. Pioneers are being executed. Ausar's not paying attention, at least not until it's too late there. Lost an entire squad, and we got more artillery here. Sturmpanzer being our south as Nebelwerfer joining, and we got the Panzer force now being hauled from the north towards the south. It would appear here to meet the combined push by BlueSkidrow and Rutra, and it is over to BlueSkidrow again. Ace Hadsbauer there for BlueSkidrow. And we got artillery fire now trying to silence that Nebelwerfer. Again. Need to be careful they're not to hit their own men with the artillery though. Sturmpanzer moving in here. Action G1. Good, because push back, and there you go. Crusaders moving forwards here. An onrushing tide of British steel and ingenuity flanking the Sturmpanzer, panting up his support. Could activate its rapid fire ability here, maybe. Oh, does need it. British Crusaders clearly not keen on dancing with the Panther. Low health bread section moving to the Grenadiers here. Panther and Reserve maybe awaiting some repairs. North Panzer force are withdrawing, including one which is ace level. Quite impressive. We got 92 versus 311. Now the Crusader after BlueSkidrow pushing up to a total of 4 Crusaders. That is a lot of Crusader tanks. Flares off from the British. We got 92 versus 305 here. British very slowly back to beating out the Germans. Got more tanks being prepared by Rutra. Clearly the concern of a possible German blitzkrieg there is weighing heavily on them. Now the Nebelwerfer barrage here. Panther being pushed back here by British gunnery there. Dr.Jekyll, it seems, starting to get a bit exhausted. He's not quite using these Panther forces as actively as he could. There's also a bit more sense of an attritional fight now happening here in the centre at least. And we got what appears to be another artillery turret call in here by Ausar. Yep, looks to be it. 17-pounder gun's been could be caught in it. There you go. Might even lose the ambulance in. There you go. Massive barrages here. Ambulance somehow stays clear of it. 117 utterly destroyed. Panther Force moving up here. One recruit here. Additional support there. A bit lacking again. A bit uncoordinated here, unfortunately. Like, had this been supported by a Panther push, I think it's been much more devastating. Instead, the Germans end up losing more, I think, than they gained from this push. Once Panther Force already down here, the road east road into Pachino has been utterly ruined. And the south here, British forces lining up here with an Ace Crusader there. 92 to an 81. Pachino slowly being turned into, well, nothing but dust. Sturm Panzer getting flanked, getting hammered. Panthers advancing. Shot bounced. And we owe to Ausar again.
The enemy remains stubborn. We are down to 300 points.
274 versus 92. Still no Starsturm. Even like see something like a Panzer 4. They can't call that in, but I do feel like, you know, some Starstorm could be a good addition here. Oh well. Panthers there getting shot at, moving forward. 6-pounder gun cleared out. Bit of a mistake, I think, by Rutra moving like that. Could have been a misclick, or maybe a brain fart, I don't know. Second Panther up. He's clearly looking to destroy that 6-pounder gun there, but of course, Meals want to prioritize destroying the British. No use of focused fire there. But certainly one thing I've noticed that neither German players really used their veterans' one abilities in their tanks, despite them, I think, being quite good in the right circumstances. 6-pounder gun being hauled away here. Pioneer's been committed. Up north, another battle breaks out here. As good occurs in infantry sections creeping in there. But we got Dr. Jekyll there with the Panther 4 and these Ace Fudgemakers. Shutting that down. There you go. Ace Panther 4 as well here. Section wiped out. Man lost for Lutra. Meanwhile, in the south, massive British armor charge here. Full 4 Crusaders. Going for the sidearm of the Panthers, which is definitely where they're weakest. Easily penetrating that for sure. There you go. Panther down. Still no focused fire here. Nothing there. In fact, we got air support now called in. The Luftwaffe going nuts. It is utter pandemonium here in the center. Everything's just exploding. Tanks and everything else you can imagine. They're still punching nicely here. We got a 17-pounder gun there covering the center from the west side here. Aircraft keeps racing in here. Prague, I imagine, still furiously firing away there with a 20mm anti-aircraft gun. Vesper called in here by Ausar, I imagine, in a fit of desperation. Aircraft shot out of the skies. That truck has not, like, nailed at least several aircraft now. I'd say at least 4, maybe more. More near Luftwaffe. Panzers moving in here. But as always, their assaults seem to lack a bit of depth here. They just always seem to fall a bit short here, or stop short. And they're really sort of like, you know, landing for more damage, which allows the British to think to more recover here. Panzer gun is wiped up airburst shells. Ace Panther 4 going at it. We got Fudge Imperial Transport. We've got a Saturn charge here on the 17-pounder gun. 250 or 49 versus 90. Panther 4 needs to withdraw. We got more fire here, and the Panther 4's like going to go down at this rate. More artillery fire here. I think the vessel's being drawn in now. Ordered to join in the fighting here. Yup. Landing some hits. Bound great on the 17-pounder gun there. Wiping it. And we got the Panther 4 ready to destroy the gun, denying it to the British once and for all. No. Quick. The crew here. And we got a strafing run called in here. Oh, the Germans are desperate to destroy the 17-pounder gun. Panther moving in here now. South side, we got Crusaders being fixed up. South side is just completely, like, forgotten by the Germans now. I feel like they overfocus in the center. Well, the center, basically. Not even the north seeing a lot of action here by now. Going for that, Stu. We got British force here. Chucking about with grenades. Panther being forced back here. Ace level Panther, though, here from Ausar. Quite impressive. Oh, to Dr. Jekyll. And like, it's so tricky to keep track of everything now. We got 4 Panther 4s out here for him. But they're all over the place, and many of them are in dire straits and heavy need of repairs there. More needle for fire. Gurkha squad, just a section utterly annihilated. And Pachino here is just getting leveled. And we got artillery firing to the base here too now. Vesper there, ready to fire against it enough, I imagine. The Vesper, by the way, was a self-propellatory piece based off the Panzer II chassis with a 105mm howitzer. Got Fudge makers with a Bren gun on top of the FD-42s now. Sturm passing out here, Fudge to get wiped out. Delayed fuses there against the 17-pounder gun. Wiping it there. Crusaders crashing through the now utterly ruined landscape here. Going for the Sturm Panzer. Panther Force need to rush in to assist while the ones that can, without, immediately getting blown apart by a Crusader tank in return. Sturm Panzer looks like it does escape here the wrath of the British armoured fist here. Over to Rutra. Meanwhile, BlueSkidrow's tanks are pushing in here. One Panther 4 down here. There's just so many of them. Still no Veterans 1 ability employed here, but Dr. Jekyll, despite this is probably like the best time to pop it. Missed opportunity to say there. Big missed opportunity. There does seem to be a bit of a persistent one here. Crusader down here, but at this point he's already lost 2 Panther 4s for just 2 Crusaders, and he's about to lose a 3rd one. This is easily worth it for BlueSkidrow here, and the British and the Sturm Panzer will join as well there, meaning this has been an absolutely great push there by BlueSkidrow here, and we got now Rutra's tanks also moving in, Panther moving into block here, fresh one around there for Ausar. His ace, wait, did he just, I think he's lost all the Panthers too. All the other ones, oh goodness, like it's just absolute carnage here. Not looking great here for the Germans. They may have the victory point lead, but everything else seems quite frankly to be gone. I do mean gone. And that truck is almost ace level, just shooting at aircraft. Workers moving through the, quite frankly, utterly ruined east road here of Pachino. Doing some ace panzer grenadier there. We got the Aryo Gokali as they charge in there fiercely. And we got the Vespa joining in now. Grenades being chucked here. I'm not entirely sure what he's trying to hit with that Vespa, to be honest. In the south here, Crusaders catching here. Dr. Jekyll's infantry forcing it back. And that got wiped. Up north here, could easily grab the point here, but I guess there's so much going on here. Rutra's kind of forgotten about his plan here. So many trucks also moving about on the battlefield for the British. 83 versus 206. 205. A lone Panther being sent in to deal with that. 6-pounder gun there, easily piercing the Panther. Well, at least piercing the Panther. I wouldn't call that easily, but not looking great here for the Germans at all. Quite the opposite of good, if anything. And what is this? He's just driving a truck into the base here? Is that just a taunt or something? Guess so. There you go, Crusaders going for the isolated Panther 4 here. There you go. GG, game over. An absolutely brutal engagement with massive tank battles and massive tank losses to follow as well here. And a lot of artillery too. Really just ruthless action. The Germans were close, but after a certain point, I feel like they just suffered from like hard tunnel nation. They got way too focused in the center. They didn't like coordinate their attacks well either. And I feel like also when they attacked, they just sort of, I think, went for shallow attacks. They were like, trying to like deliver like a harder blow there. Plus, as mentioned, there's a bit of an inability to make use of these Veterans 1 abilities here on the tanks. The focused fire ability, when used correctly, really can add in some extra damage. So I feel like there was some issues there for the Germans as the fight went over. The British were just, ruthlessly churning out more stuff than just getting in there very aggressively. They were comparatively less hesitant and just, more aggressive overall. So, big fight here on Pachino Farmlands. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share. Tell your friends, tell your family. And of course, if you like the content I do, you can support it by donating on PayPal or Pledge on Patreon. Links in the description. This is a privilege. Cheers and see you all tomorrow for the last episode. Bye, everyone.